Most people dream of being rich and famous at some point in their lives. And I mean, what's wrong with that? A fantasy of what it would be like to have a seemingly unlimited fortune sounds like a pretty sweet deal. While these fantasies might be just that to us regular people, there are those we look to for inspiration on what it looks like to be insanely wealthy. The fortunate few who have in one way or another earned or been given their spot at the top and flaunt their fabulous lifestyles for the world to see. Today we're going to take a closer look at how some of the most ridiculously rich people in the world choose to spend their fortunes. So, who has the craziest spending habits? Let's find out. Floyd Mayweather. You don't earn a nickname like Floyd Money Mayweather without having some serious cash to back it up, and that's exactly what Mayweather's got. Throughout his undefeated boxing career, the American boxer has gained quite the reputation that allows him to charge absurd numbers to participate in a single fight, like when he got a $300 million paycheck for his fight with Conor McGregor. Overall, Mayweather has earned an unbelievable $1.1 billion through his fighting career alone. And with money like that coming in, it's no surprise that he has acquired a very expensive set of tastes. Mayweather pays his barber $1,000 for his haircuts, which he gets every other day in order to maintain his trademark clean-shaven look. He constantly drives around in an ever-changing array of top-of-the-line sports cars, sometimes even buying one for the week when he's visiting a city on vacation. Speaking of his vacations, Money Mayweather isn't one to be caught out and about in the same outfit twice, and that goes double for his massive collection of jewelry. While out on trips, Mayweather makes sure to pack a different designer watch for every day. Not every day of the week, just literally every day.
If I go on vacation, my fault. When I go on vacation for 30 days, I take 30 watches with me.
I guess it really does pay to be a winner. Manny Khoshbin. The president and CEO of the Khoshbin Company, Manny Khoshbin, immigrated to the US at the age of 14 and quickly got to work building a real estate empire. From his humble beginnings, he's grown to amass a fortune of $46 million and growing, which he shows off through major purchases on his YouTube channel and Instagram accounts. His biggest passion outside real estate investing and motivational speaking is luxury cars, of which he has a massive collection with a collective value of over $30 million. Among the lavish garage are the likes of 3 Bugattis, each worth between $500,000 and $1.5 million, a Tesla Model X worth $110,000, several Mercedes and Porsches, Lycans and McLarens, and the creme de la creme, the unbelievable Pagani Huayra, a $3 million one-of-one model with a top speed of 230 miles per hour. According to Khoshbin, the upkeep for his cars is about $441,000 a year, and that's not including the cost of the replacement parts he occasionally has to custom order. It really goes to show what you can accomplish with enough hard work and determination, which he'll tell you all about in one of his many motivational speaking tours that net him hundreds of thousands in profits annually. Cristiano Ronaldo. Do you know what the most followed Instagram account in the world is? Well, it's Instagram themselves. But right after that is Portuguese football star Cristiano Ronaldo, hailing a massive 206 million followers, or more than 20 times the size of the population of his home country. With a crazy net worth estimated at over $460 million, though, it isn't hard to see why so many would want a window into the renowned athlete's luxurious life. Quick quiz. If you had to guess how much the jewelry on just one of Ronaldo's hands in this picture is worth, what would you guess? Put your guess in the comments and we'll come back to it. In the meantime, let's talk about some of the crazy things Cristiano does with his absurd $64 million football salary. While he can run pretty fast, he's got a penchant for going much faster, riding around in insane sports cars like his Bugatti Chiron and Veyron, or his crazy €1 million McLaren Senna. Still, those pale in comparison to the actual most expensive street-legal car on Earth, located in Ronaldo's garage, the Bugatti La Voiture, an $18 million supercar most people could never even dream of. But obviously, that wasn't enough for the soccer star. After all, no matter how expensive a car is, it'll never fly. Luckily, Ronaldo copped himself a $32 million private jet that he uses to get to and from his various multi-million-dollar properties in Spain, Manhattan, and various other undisclosed locations. Maybe I shouldn't have quit that soccer team my mom put me on. Dan Bilzerian. Known as the king of Instagram, Dan Bilzerian is the absolute epitome of excess and indulgence, constantly flexing in his pictures by showing off his wealth, the beautiful women he surrounds himself with, and the fantasy luxury lifestyle his fortune affords him. It's no wonder how he's amassed a following of over 30 million on Instagram alone. At just 39 years old, he's got an estimated net worth of $200 million, although he's claimed that most estimates online are very low. Originally getting his start on the world stage through massive wins at poker tournaments, Dan man's brand of luxurious excess just keeps the money rolling in, as people all over the world fantasize about being able to live like him, thus earning him more money through their views and continuing his cycle of wealth. No matter how crazy he might look at his million-dollar parties on yachts or in mega mansions, every major purchase he makes or crazy party he throws is really a business investment, as he can post shots of them online and attract sponsorships and business partners, as well as advertise his many businesses to millions. Really a smart strategy when you think about it. Migos. Hip-hop and excess luxury are pretty much synonymous, and no group embodies that mentality better than the Migos. After all, you don't make a hit song called Versace without being seriously obsessed with designer brands. The trio are rumored to each have net worths between $16 and $20 million, and every single peek into their lives, whether they come from music videos or Instagram posts, hints at wild lifestyles constantly decked out in extreme abundance and wealth. The group has a serious love of luxury sports cars, designer clothes, and bombshell Instagram models, all of which are frequent inspirations for their hit songs. Anytime you see the Migos, you can assume they each have nearly $1 million of clothing and jewelry on at any given time. Not to mention the wild rides they pull up to their club appearance in, which they reportedly get paid over $150,000 for each. That's gotta be a pretty sweet deal, getting paid the cost of a Lamborghini just to party for a single night. Omi in a Hellcat. YouTube is absolutely littered with inspiring rags to riches success stories, but none is quite so extreme as the journey of Omar Carrasquillo, also known as Omi in a Hellcat for his penchant for the Dodge car of the same name. Omar is a vlogger and entrepreneur who made his way from working as a pizza delivery driver all the way to owning one of the most impressive car collections YouTube has ever seen, with a total estimated net worth of over $50 million. According to one of his vlogs, he once made $1.1 million in just a week, and having come from humble beginnings, he doesn't waste any time letting that money sit before he enjoys it. Looking at his house, you would always think there is a massive party with dozens of people in attendance going on inside from how many cars are parked in and around it. But no, those are all just the many vehicles he loves to collect. Some gems from his collection include a 2019 Corvette, 2 Dodge Rams, Camaro SS, 2 tricked-out Jeeps, a Lamborghini Urus, and 3 different models of the Dodge Hellcat, the car he loves so much that he got his nickname from it. Of course, he needs a tow truck to handle such a large collection, and he tricked out the coolest one possible, a bronze-detailed Ford F-150 Platinum with rims that look like a weapon from Mad Max. Conor McGregor. While most people think of the UFC, they typically only know one famous fighter, Conor McGregor. And besides his seriously lethal skills, there's definitely a reason for that. The Irish fighter exudes the spirit of fighting in his everyday life, with a constant in-your-face aggressive attitude in everything he does. And you can bet that includes the way he flaunts his fight winnings. Initially, Conor came from incredibly humble beginnings. However, those hard days of training really paid off though, with the Irishman making a reported $47 million in 2019 alone. In fact, he named his first yacht the 188, after the number of pounds each of his welfare checks were in his early days. That's not the only luxury vehicle you can watch him whipping around in, with his Lamborghini Huracan retailing at a cool $200,000, his BMW i8 with custom butterfly doors coming in around $150,000, and his classy Mercedes 500e rounding out the collection at a humble $50,000. Conor also has a penchant for fashion, spending hundreds of thousands on tailor-made colorful suits that match his in-your-face personality very well. He even launched his own fashion brand in 2018, adding yet another income stream to the torrent of money he's already has coming in. Lil Pump. Imagine being a massive chart-topping celebrity before you're even old enough to drive. Well, for Lil Pump of Gucci Gang fame, that's exactly what happened. The Florida native made a massive splash in the music scene, earning him an estimated net worth of over $8 million before his 18th birthday. With his money, he's famous for copping all kinds of colorful chains, grills, and rings, including a custom pendant of his own face made of yellow diamonds and white gold, and a diamond-encrusted medallion of his famous catchphrase, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, Gucci Gang, which has made its way into the dictionary. For the release of a hit song of his, he had a custom $380,000 pendant bearing the name of the song made. Besides jewelry, Lil Pump splurges a bit on luxury cars, like his canary yellow Ferrari with butterfly doors. However, it seems there just aren't enough luxurious things for the rapper to spend his money on. So when it's burning a hole in his pocket, he just takes to throwing it out to massive crowds.
Make it rain.
Bet you'd like to be around when something like this happens. Mr. Beast. If you're a fan of YouTube, which you probably are since you're watching this video, odds are you've come across the likes of Jimmy Donaldson, aka Mr. Beast, at least once. The North Carolina native is barely old enough to legally drink, but he's already been making people's dreams come true for over 3 years with the way he hands out vast amounts of money. According to him, he hates having money and prefers to give it away and make others happy than to spend it on himself. And if that's the case, then Jimmy must be incredibly happy, because he's given away a whole lot. And with earnings of over $2.5 million a month between the tens of millions of views and the sponsorships his videos get, that's a whole lot of money to be able to give away. Just to name a few of his ever-expanding list of generous acts, he's given away $1 million in cash to the winner of a contest, tipped a pizza delivery driver a brand new fully furnished house, opened a free car dealership where he gave away 20 cars to unsuspecting shoppers, donated over $1 million to random Twitch streamers, and gave his friend Chris $1 million Lamborghini for free. If you think all he does is give away money, however, you'd be wrong. In 2019, he raised $20 million to plant 20 million trees. So far, however, Mr. Beast says he's barely gotten started, and personally, I can't wait to see where he goes from here. Rashed Belhassa. Being the son of a Dubai construction magnate comes with a whole lot of perks, but 18-year-old Rashed Belhassa wasn't content with just being another spoiled rich kid. The Dubai native took his extravagant lifestyle to the internet and began amassing hundreds of thousands or even millions of views on some of the videos of his unbelievable lifestyle, like this one of him driving in a golf cart with an orangutan. Through this, he's managed to leverage the lifestyle he was born into to build his own brand and create his own fortune at an incredibly young age. Still, it definitely didn't hurt that his father is worth an estimated $2.3 billion with a B. Looking at Rashed's online profiles, you'll quickly learn that his biggest passion is fashion, mainly exclusive sneakers, of which he has a custom-made closet filled with literally hundreds of pairs of them, some individually costing tens of thousands of dollars. Shoes aren't all you'll see, though. Rashed frequently shares snaps of himself driving a wide array of luxury supercars, taking private jets to paradise-like vacation spots, and hanging out with either extreme exotic animals or the cabal of A-list celebrities that are literally lining up to meet him. No matter how crazy this all seems, according to his mother, Rashed does understand the value of money and has great business sense, which he's clearly been using to grow his online presence to massive proportions. Psst, hey, you still there? Well, since you made it this far, here are all the shoutouts we promised everyone that commented on our previous video. If you want to be shouted out in our next upcoming video as well as the ones prior, just make sure you're subscribed to the channel and leave a comment down below saying, "Pick me!" Once you're at it, you might as well leave a like too.